I tell you, when I was sitting here watching what all the other honorees have done with their lives, I started feeling like shit. Like, this is terrible. And then Bobo brought me up and started out good with that Ali picture, and then it just... But that coloring book that was in the picture, I know the Ali's are here, that coloring book, my mother has it. And Champ, he signed it. You know, the greatest, he signed it, Muhammad Ali. And his sparring partner was there that day. And his sparring partner signed it, said the next heavyweight champion of the world, Larry Holmes. And he was. And 2-year-old Dave Chappelle colored all in that shit and just ruined the book. But I remember part of the book that I remember real vividly, because I asked my mother about it when I was a kid. There's a part where there's a picture of Ali throwing his Olympic gold medal into the Ohio River. That's why it's so weird for me being here. You know, both my parents were very brilliant. My dad went to Brown in 1955. That's right. He told me at the time he was one of 3 black students. He said one of the guys got accused of a rape that he probably didn't commit, and the other guy killed himself, and Dad said, and I left. And see, that's what makes us Chappelle's great. We know when to quit. We all just live to fight another day. I gotta say, I'm very honored to be here, and I'm very honored to be here with the other honorees. Really, I'm like very humbled by you all, the work that you do, and you all make me want to be better. All of you. And you know, I was gonna stop doing stand-up for a while because 4 comedy specials in a year is like, that's a lot, you know. But you know, shout out to my colleagues in comedy. I just want to say that in a way, this for me belongs to my mother primarily, who was an African American studies professor, and a lot of the content that I say, she raised me well. I'm not an uninformed person. But also, you know, my colleagues in comedy, like comedians have been getting beat up pretty bad recently, and we're somehow nowadays expected to speak with the precision of attorneys or politicians. We are not. I always think of James Baldwin. You know, James Baldwin was one of my favorite writers because he managed to tell white people what they feel like to be around. So I ain't gonna hang up my gloves yet. I think I got one more special in me. So to quote Baldwin, God gave Noah the rainbow sign. There's no more water, it's the fire next time. Thank you very much. me, they could tell who I was voting for just as easily as I could tell who they were voting for. But do you guys know what we all had in common? Not one of us, not a single one of us, looked like we felt good about what we had to do in that booth. We were just doing our goddamn duty. Yes, I voted for Hillary Clinton. Of course I did. I voted for her because I liked what she said vastly better than I liked what he said. But to be honest with you, at that point, that shit was like watching Darth Vader do the I Have a Dream speech. That bitch is mean as hell. She'd already Karate Kid swept Bernie Sanders' legs from underneath him. Boy, it was hard voting for that shit. But it was the lesser of the evils. I know you were a Clinton supporter, Miss I am sorry for her. But it didn't feel as good as it should have. She was gonna be our first woman president. They were gonna make coins out of this bitch. And somehow she just missed the dunk. Of course she should have beat him. Of course she should have beat him. You know what voting for her felt like? It was bittersweet. It felt like I was lucky enough to eat Halle Berry's pussy. And whilst I was doing so, she fucking farted in my face, man. Now you understand, I'd still do it. But boy, I wish she didn't fart in this great nation's face. I voted that day, and then that same day I flew to New York City. I had work. That night I was in a comedy club in New York, and I said to an audience almost exactly what I just said to you. And I didn't know that there was a journalist in the room. And this journalist wrote an article. The headline of the article said, Dave Chappelle is an avid. Yeah. I had no idea the paper said that. And you know how I found out? My wife called me from Ohio the next morning in a goddamn panic. David, what the fuck is going on in New York? I said, I'm being good, but what have you heard? And my wife said, the paper is saying that you're a Donald Trump supporter. I was like, whew. I said, don't worry about that shit, baby. Nobody in their right mind would believe that. And she said, no, David, people believe it. And then she started reading the comments to me. Oh, they were terrible. All these black people call me all kinds of Uncle Toms and shit. I should tell you, buddy, this is a very serious allegation from one black to another. I was incensed. Uncle Tom? How am I Uncle Tom, nigga? You the one that reads the Observer? Anyway, all this shit goes down around, and now Trump is the president, and I'm hosting Saturday Night Live. And I didn't really prepare my monologue. I just kind of winged it. And at the end of the monologue, I don't even remember what I said. I said something like, you know, fuck it, we're historically disenfranchised, and we're gonna give him something about we're gonna give him a chance if he gives us a chance. I don't know what I said, but whatever I said, I really wish I didn't say that shit. It was not worth the trouble. Now I walk into the barbershop and all them black people just be looking at me like, yo, Dave, what's up with your boy? Yo, nigga, yo! Not my boy. Because I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat, if you support him or not, any objective person is going to have to admit that this motherfucker is having a terrible go of it. It really is. We've had presidents before that have done bad jobs, but this shit is worse than a bad job. It's scary to watch. Holy shit, it's like seeing a crack pipe in your Uber driver's passengers. The fuck is wrong with this guy. Yo, he is lunching, nigga. I watched Donald Trump in a press conference, and this motherfucker had all the media gathered, and this nigga literally asked the media to their face to stop finding shit out. I was like, yo, this motherfucker is bugging. And then, I'm not even making this up, his lips started sweating. His lips. Have you ever seen a motherfucker's lips sweat? What the fuck is wrong with this nigga's lips? It's like if you're on a plane, right? You ever been on a plane? I get scared to fly. I do it all the time. I be scared on there. And sometimes the plane will hit turbulence. And then I get nervous. But I always look at the flight attendant, and she looks calm, and it makes me feel calm. But if that bitch's lips were sweating, it's terrifying. Like, yo, nigga, why are your lips sweating? What do you know? And then, I'm not even making this shit up. This motherfucker grabbed the podium, he goes, you don't know how scary the things I read in my briefings are. What's that, bro? That's bad leadership. Even as a parent, you think I'm gonna sit my kids down? Hey, little man, come here real quick. I just wanna holler at you for a second. Yo, I'm 3 months behind on the rent, nigga, and I am worried. Very worried. Go to school and have a productive day, nigga. I was just thinking out loud, getting some shit off my chest. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? This is bad, man. Jesus Christ. All this motherfucker's ideas sound like high people ideas. Like, he doesn't think these things through before he tells us. He just tells us what he's thinking as soon as it occurs to him. This shit sounds nuts. I'm gonna go to China, and I'm gonna get those jobs from China and bring them back here to America. For what, nigga? So iPhones can be $9,000? Leave that job in China where it belongs. None of us want to work that hard. What the fuck is he thinking? Because I don't want to make them shits. What the fuck are you doing? Stop trying to give us Chinese jobs. I am going to bring back coal. Coal? I'm not even exaggerating. I have never in my life even seen a fucking lump of coal. I honestly don't even know what coal is for. If you're gonna have motherfuckers digging around in the dirt looking for shit, find me some truffles, nigga. That's what I'm about. And these truffle prices are getting out of control. If it gets any worse, I'm gonna be back down to regular butter like everybody else. Terrible, terrible job. This motherfucker hit North Korea with rap battle threats. Fire and fury, like, yo, what are you doing? It's fucking Korea, man. Kim Jong-un is a scary motherfucker. He might be as crazy as Trump. Some scary shit. And if you one of them naive motherfuckers that thinks that a war with Korea is gonna be easy, then you don't play Call of Duty at 3 a.m. like I do. Because that's when the Koreans play. Fucking 8-year-old Korean kid took out my whole goddamn platoon last night. I've never seen somebody in an office so high with the most just basic fucking solutions. Like, you know, we should not let any more Muslims in the country till we can figure out what's going on. Did he just say, figure out what's going on? Who doesn't know how to do basic math? Let's count it out, okay? There's been 17 mass shootings in the United States. 4 of them were done by Muslims. None of those 4 Muslims were from any of the 7 countries in your stupid ass original band. And since he brought it up, the other 13 shootings were done by the Tiki Torch whites. These are facts. And you don't see me trying to ban white people from the show to keep it's a fucking terrible idea because it's mean and it's racist. And most importantly, it would be catastrophic to my bottom line. If there were no white people here tonight, I might leave this bitch with $1,800. This man needs to realize that we all need each other. And that's why we will never, ever be able to beat China. Because everybody in America is racist, and everybody in China is Chinese. This motherfucker called it all wrong. And don't believe the media either, because as all this shit is happening, the media is trying to make us believe that the extremities amongst us are the norms. We can disagree, that's fine. And most of us are keeping a cool head about this shit. You know what I mean? Americans generally respect one another's beliefs, even if they don't share those beliefs. I know I do. I respect everybody's beliefs, except Amish people. Because they are the only ones that I can say clearly their God is wrong. The speed limit is 75 miles an hour in Ohio, and 1 lane of traffic is buggy. Nigga, your God is ridiculous. All the Amish people around my way know me too. Not from television, obviously. They know me from the streets. Because when I see them horse and buggies, I'll pull the Porsche over and talk to them. Ezekiel, are you sure that God doesn't want you to have any of this technology or this energy? Huh? Huh? I can't hear you, nigga. Let me turn this air conditioner off. What did you say? And them niggas be like, get away from me, ye. Ye tried to tempt me like the devil. Devil? Nah, bro, I'm trying to put you on to the game, Zeke. It's a big world out here, nigga. I just went 25 miles in 30 minutes. That's a day's journey for you. You don't even know what the weather's gonna be tomorrow, do you? I do. You don't even know that there's a valuable Pokemon right on your... I drive away. Huh? Oh, my vape pen? You want to hit my vape pen? Oh, sorry, nigga. I'm trying not to get herpes. My bad. I've been playing cat and mouse with herpes for 30 years now, but every night I go to the club, I'll be like, not tonight, herpes. No disrespect, I'm not saying you have herpes, I'm just saying 1 out of 5 people do. So let's just all be careful around this motherfucker and make sure that we leave with the lips we came with. I tell you, when I was sitting here watching what all the other honorees have done with their lives, I started feeling like shit, like this is terrible. And then Bobo brought me up and started out good with that Ali picture, and then it just... Whew. But that coloring book that was in the picture, I know the Ali's are here, that coloring book, my mother has it. And champ, he signed it. You know, the greatest, he signed it, Muhammad Ali. And his sparring partner was there that day. And his sparring partner signed it, said the next heavyweight champion of the world, Larry Holmes. And he was. And 2-year-old Dave Chappelle colored all in that shit and just ruined the book. But I remember part of the book that I remember real vividly because I asked my mother about it when I was a kid. There's a part where there's a picture of Ali throwing his Olympic gold medal into the Ohio River. That's why it's so weird for me being here. You know, both my parents were very brilliant. My dad went to Brown in 1955. That's right. He told me at the time he was one of 3 black students. He said one of the guys got accused of a rape that he probably didn't commit, and the other guy killed himself, and Dad said, and I left. And see, that's what makes us Chappelle's great. We know when to quit. We all just live to fight another day. I gotta say, I'm very honored to be here, and I'm very honored to be here with the other honorees. Really, I'm like very humbled by you all, the work that you do, and you all make me want to be better. All of you. And you know, I was gonna stop doing stand-up for a while because 4 comedy specials in a year is like, that's a lot, you know. But you know, shout out to my colleagues in comedy. I just want to say that in a way, this for me belongs to my mother primarily, who was an African American studies professor, and a lot of the content that I say, she raised me well. I'm not an uninformed person. But also, you know, my colleagues in comedy, like comedians have been getting beat up pretty bad recently, and we're somehow nowadays expected to speak with the precision of attorneys or politicians. We are not. I always think of James Baldwin. You know, James Baldwin was one of my favorite writers because he managed to tell white people what they feel like to be around. So I ain't gonna hang up my gloves yet. I think I got one more special in me. So to quote Baldwin, God gave Noah the rainbow sign. There's no more water, it's the fire next time. Thank you very much.
When I've seen your work, I've never seen anyone better. I've just never seen anybody better.
The worst thing that can happen to you in your mind when you're working out is that you'll lose it all or you'll blow it. But once you face it, it's not everything. Have you ever worked all your life for something and have it not work out? That happened to me. It was tough. Think about it. I was gone for 12 years. It's not a little bit of time. It was hell. I watched other niggas that I knew become very famous. I watched the world go on without me. I mourned the loss of it, and after a while, I didn't care. I err on the side of excess, and there's instances where you go too far. You're playing with powerful shit, doing jokes about racism and this ism and that ism. I respect everybody's beliefs except Amish people. Because they are the only ones that I can say clearly their God is wrong. The speed limit is 75 miles an hour in Ohio, and one lane of traffic is blocked by a goddamn horse and buggy. Nigga, your God is ridiculous. The attempts at these jokes, they're like Evel Knievel tricks. I hope to land them, but
Yeah.
I actually write jokes backwards. I will write a punchline with no particular setup in mind. I just put it on a scrap of paper, and I'll throw that scrap of paper in my fishbowl. I have a fishbowl in my house filled with random punchlines. And every once in a while, I'll shake the bowl, and I'll dig in there and just pull one out and see if I can make that shit work. Any job that makes you depend on the approval of others for your livelihood, it's a crazy job.
You know, normally when you do a comedy show, you guys don't know what it looks like up here, but niggas be looking up at you like. That's how the show started. It didn't take long for the faces to switch up, like, what the fuck? They started looking amongst themselves. So I knew I wasn't doing good. I don't remember what I was saying.
So much of the work of art is on the viewer to an interpreter. The sermon is on them. More than ever, they gotta do their own work.
It's a black lady with a Ford Motor shirt on. Stood up suddenly. Fuck you, Dave Chappelle. I said, excuse me? You will never get your fucking money back.
It's easy for me to do things if I've seen them before. Because of your show, many of the things I learned to do, I saw them somewhere. This might be the noblest of professions. Robin Williams had a bar that I loved. He said, comedy is the only job you can have where you can use everything you know. And that's true. You can use more than you know. If you use what you think, use it. Don't be afraid. Don't let these bitch-ass niggas button your lip. Say it anyway. You know how I know I'm getting old? This is embarrassing, but I was in my hotel room. I'm not gonna lie, I was jerking off, like. And I was like really sweating it out. And this is when I knew I was old. I just gave up in the middle, like nothing even happened. I don't like looking at my dick anymore. My dick looks distinguished. It's old, an old looking dick. It's got salt and pepper hair all around it. My dick looks like Morgan Freeman in the 90s. Without the dots. My dick narrates. Dave pulled me out and started jerking me around and jerking me around. But not with the same vigor as when he was young. He and I both knew nothing was coming out. I see my age in my children. I came home from the road, this is not long ago. I've been gone for, if you can picture, I was gone for weeks and weeks. And when I came back, nobody was home. Now, one person in my family thought that maybe I'd like to see them when I got back. Like, they knew when I was coming back, but they just weren't home. And that shit was a wake-up call. You know, like when my kids were little and the tour bus would pull up to the house, these motherfuckers would spill out. Dad is home, hooray! And they'd hug me and kiss me, and then as the years went on, they'd get less interested. Hey, everybody, look, it's Mr. Promises back from the road. But an empty house, that's some cold shit. And I went into my oldest son's room. I was like, hello, hello. He was gone. And I'd never done this to him before, but for some reason I just did it. I just looked through his shit. Just to see who this motherfucker was becoming. And I found these notebooks and I started going through the notebooks and there was all this wonderful poetry in them. Written as his handwriting. I didn't even know this nigga wrote poems. And then I looked through his drawers and I opened up his middle drawer and I found this rolling paper. And I looked down at them papers like, oh, that's where that poetry's coming from. And that shit broke my heart. I mean, I smoked weed, but I mourned my son's innocence. And I cried a little bit. And I took his papers upstairs to my room. Rolled some weed that I'd hid from the family. And I got really high. And then I got paranoid, so I put his papers back how I found them. So he wouldn't know what I was up to. This nigga won't even know that that happened till he sees the special. Yeah, nigga, I found your papers. He's a cold motherfucker. Let me tell you, this kid is only 16 years old. Listen to what he did to me. This motherfucker calls me up in the middle of the night. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. He goes, Dad, don't be mad. I knew something was terribly wrong. I said, what's going on? He said, listen, I'm fine. And don't forget, you told me to do this. I'm at a party, and my designated driver had too much to drink. And me and my friends need you to come pick us up. I said, Jesus Christ, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, nigga. I am shit-faced. But I figured, fuck it, it's better me than some kid. I might as well roll the dice and go pick my nigga up. I said, all right, I'm coming to get you. Just give me the address and I'll be right there. And then he gave me the address and I was shocked. I said, son, you are not gonna believe this, but I'm at the same party, nigga.
Survivors of the pandemic. This is your Captain Dave speaking. Please welcome Erica Badu.
Americans generally respect one another's beliefs, even if they don't share those beliefs. I know I do. I respect everybody's beliefs except Amish people. Because they are the only ones that I can say clearly their God is wrong. The speed limit is 75 miles an hour in Ohio, and one lane of traffic is blocked by a goddamn horse and buggy. Nigga, your God is ridiculous. All the Amish people around my way know me, too. Not from television, obviously. They know me from the streets. Because when I see them horse and buggies, I'll pull the Porsche over and talk to them. Ezekiel. Ezekiel, are you sure that God doesn't want you to have any of this technology or this energy? Huh? Huh? I can't hear you, nigga. Let me turn this air conditioner off. What did you say?
And them niggas be like, get away from me, ye. Ye tried to tempt me like the devil. Devil? Nah, bro, I'm trying to put you on to the game, Zeke. It's a big world out here, nigga. I just went 25 miles in 30 minutes. That's a day's journey for you. You don't even know what the weather's gonna be tomorrow, do you? I do. You don't even know that there's a valuable Pokemon right on your shoulder. Beep, ta-ta. Then I drive away. Huh? Oh, my vape pen? You wanna hit my vape pen? Oh, sorry, nigga, I'm trying not to get herpes. My bad. I've been playing cat and mouse with herpes for 30 years now, but every night I go to the club, I'll be like, not tonight, herpes. No disrespect, I'm not saying you have herpes, I'm just saying 1 out of 5 people do. So let's just all be careful around this motherfucker and make sure that we leave with the lips we came with. I give all married men the same advice, gay or straight. Get a dog. This dog will love you all the time, but she's not going to. It's real talk. I didn't even know about dogs, and my kids got the dog. They brought him home from the shelter, and I didn't even want him. They're like, can we keep him? I said, nope. I said, where did you even get this dog? They're like, we got him from the shelter. I was like, ugh. Probably something wrong with him. Can't keep him. And then my kids started crying and screaming like the dog had gambling debts. Please, Dad, if you don't let us keep him, they're gonna kill him. I was like, oh. All right, you can keep him. And this dog was a menace. I hated his guts. Then one night I'd smoked a bunch of weed and I was eating a sandwich and Baba came over. Baba's the dog. He came over and was staring at me. This will make you very uncomfortable if you're just looking at you usually. I had to give him a piece of my sandwich so he'd go away. And that's how we became friends. Now, if you see me walking down the street with Baba, I ain't got no leash or nothing. He walks right next to me. If I stop, he'll stop. And if I go, he'll go. And all my friends are like, yo, Dave, that shit is dope. How you train Baba to do that shit? I've never trained Baba. Just a messy eater. If I drop food and Baba's not around, all I gotta do is call him. Baba! He's a black dude's dog, so he doesn't come right away. He peeks first to see what's going on. I gotta tap my foot so he can see the food. Over here, little buddy. And he's like, thanks, Dave. He'll come get it and run off. But he knows all my habits. Like if he smells weed in the house, he'll be like, nah, this motherfucker's about to eat. And he'll just come running. Baba got me through a very difficult time in my marriage. We spend the most time together. Like, it's not that me and my wife don't spend time together, but we've been married so long, it's like we don't talk like, I don't know if anyone's married here, but if after 10 years, all that chatty shit goes away. You've said it all. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah, we're just in the zone. She says the same shit to me every night before she goes to bed. I'll be the last one up. She's like, I'm gonna get some sleep, Dave. Good night. All right, babe, we'll stay up and watch television. Good night. And she'll walk halfway up the steps. David? Don't eat the kids' lunch. And then she walks away. Well, the crazy shit is I don't even eat their lunch anymore. Back in the day, I used to eat that shit. You know how that goes. I might smoke some weed in the middle of the night and she'll leave neatly wrapped sandwiches all over the kitchen. I'm gonna eat it. What's the big deal? Why can't she just make another one in the morning? I mean, it's like, I got sons anyway.
And sons love everything their dads do. My kids would be at school the next day, just look like, oh, Dad bit my sandwich. Oh, shit! Their dad is Dave Chappelle, man. You could trade that sandwich for something better. What I'm doing is adding value to their lunch. I was at home and my son busted and he said, Dad, I need $250. He's only 12 years old, so I freaked out. What's going on, nigga? Somebody trying to kill you? He said, no. Kevin Hart's coming to town and I wanted to see his show. I said, well, how much are the tickets? He said, they're $125. I said, God damn, mine are only $80. I said, well, why do you need $250 then? He goes, because I want to go with you, Dad, please. And there it is. So I took him to the show. And we sit right up front, the lights go down, and one opening act after another goes on. Then Kevin takes the stage, crowd goes fucking nuts. Thousands of people. I was furious. The longer the show went on, the madder I got. Because his show was fucking outstanding. It was maddening. These people were fucking holding their stomachs. My son was slapping his knee. I'm like, oh, nigga, I do this too. Kevin says, good night. The crowd goes crazy. And then everyone starts walking to his door and the lights come on. And then my son is just standing there looking at an empty stage. People are pushing past me and nobody's recognizing me. I'm like, man, this place fucking sucks. I said, come on, son, let's get out of here. And then my son looks back at me and he says, Dad, please, I have to meet him. I was like, oh my God. So I took him backstage. I've known Kevin for years, but can you believe I was scared to knock on his dressing room door? I almost said, I said, son, I haven't seen him for a long time, but and one of Kevin's goons opened the door. Hey, what's up, Dave Chappelle? What you doing, man? It's good to see you, brother. What you doing in this area? This is a terrible area. Yeah, actually, I live around here. Listen. Is Kevin here? My son just wanted to meet him real quick. Well, I don't know, because Kevin's about to eat dinner. Just think Kevin came around the corner to see who it was. What? Oh, shit. What's up, Dave? Come on back. I was just about to have dinner. I don't know if you guys ate, but you're welcome to join me if you'd like. And then my son pushed past me some cold shit. He goes, actually, Mr. Hart, we haven't eaten in several hours. Man, Kevin took us into his back room. This guy had a fucking spread. It was Tuesday night. This motherfucker was having Sunday dinner. It was steaks, chops, corn with butter all over it. My son was eating all fast, embarrassing me. I was like, slow down, son. Then I looked over in the corner and there was a box. Custom-made jerseys for the local team. Each one was hand-stitched, and on the back they stitched on the K Hart on all of them. Kevin saw me staring at that box, and he went over and grabbed one of them jerseys, and he walked right to my son. He said, hey, little man, I want you to have this. And my son was like, thanks, Mr. Hart. This is when I got mad. He goes, if your father ever makes you mad, put that on. And he walked out. Oh, that was some cold shit. Then I realized, I looked up what Kevin made on Google. I couldn't believe that shit. Kevin is the first comedian that a Drake song could be about. Kevin could walk around his house and sing All Me, and the whole song would still be true. Got everything, I got everything. I cannot complain, I could die. I don't even know how much I really made. I forgot. It's a lot. Fuck that, never mind what I got. And his wife be like, Kevin, come to bed. He'd be like, ho, shut the fuck up. I got way too much.
You know how much money you have to tell a girl to shut the fuck up? I have quiet please money at best. I'd have to take a loan out for shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, that's Jay-Z money. And Beyonce got, no, you shut the fuck up.
This is not legislation.
Right.
These are jokes by someone who doesn't read.
What a Joke with Papa and Fortune on Netflix is a Joke Radio.
Welcome back, everybody, to What a Joke with Papa and Fortune. I'm Tom Papa.
I'm Fortune Beamster.
And we're very excited because our good friend, great comedian, Bill Burr is with us right now. His new special, Paper Tiger, is streaming on Netflix. It's his 6th special, and I have to say, it's your best special.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
I will pay you after this segment for saying that. That's exactly what every comedian wants to hear.
It was, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm very
Job
proud
well
of it.
done.
You know, so much of it is the way Mike Binder shot the thing. And Mike Binder is former stand-up comedian. Now he directs and everything. And I got a chance to work with him, I don't even know, 4 or 5 years ago on a movie called Black or White. And we just kind of became, buddies via cigars and stuff,
We hung out at his office that night, remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, cool. So you know all the backstory. So then, I don't know, one night we were having a cigar, and I was just talking to him about, what I wanted my special to look like. And I was thinking of maybe doing it in London. I wasn't sure, because there's always that extra added pressure. What if they're not going to like it? And I wasted 2.5 years on the road and that type of stuff. And then he was going, and then it all came down to me and Mike wanted to hang in London and smoke a cigar.
I was thinking about that, though. That is kind of was that a risky decision? I mean, to do, because you have your special and it totally pays off. It works. But
Right.
I was remarking when I was watching that a lot of like local references, very, American political comments, like little subtle things that you would think maybe they're not going to get or wouldn't really be into. They totally were.
Yeah, because there's two things that are going on. It's like Netflix and podcasting are global.
Right.
So what's going, like, if I said all of that shit that I said that night to everybody in London, there would be a lot of people going, I don't know what this guy's talking about. But what shows up are the 1,500 people in a country that are into you.
Right.
So they listen to the
So they know
podcast, they're
about
up on
it.
what you're doing, they kind of know your sense of humor. So that's
right.
so people go, how the hell can you go to this country?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't need to have the whole country show up. I'm playing an 800-seater. I just need 800.
Just come to this show.
Yeah, 800
Right.
people out of all of these millions
Right.
to show up. Yeah, I'm not playing like,
How it's Prince Albert Hall?
Royal Albert Hall.
Albert Hall.
Yes.
So beautiful.
Yes, and I had actually got to play there a year before I did the special, which was a great thing because it was such a, I play drums as a hobby, and John Bonham is my favorite drummer, and my favorite
Right.
Led Zeppelin footage is from Royal Albert Hall.
Right.
Oh,
So the
that's
first
cool.
time I did it, I couldn't get past, like, I'm standing where Robert Plant stood, and John Bonham was right there. So the whole time I did my show that night, I couldn't quite get out of my head.
Right.
Yeah.
It was an unbelievably humbling, honorable, like honored to be there, kind of thing. And the pressure on that one was because the first time I played there, there's definitely that, I'm here doing my shit and dick jokes like this. I don't. There's got to be some sort of blip that I somehow snuck in here. So you want to make sure that you do a good job. But
no, and you could tell at the end of it when you're like, "This has been the best 2 days of my life."
Oh yeah, I had a ball.
It seemed really genuine.
Oh, I had the best time. I had a lot of family in there. My wife and my daughter was there. That's the picture in the end where I'm, hugging her.
Yeah.
And it was definitely, very, very proud of it. Very proud of it.
That was the one upsetting part of the special when you said you were talking about your daughter and that she's over 2 already.
Oh my gosh.
And I think
really?
because we were going to like hang out with her every week.
Yeah.
And I think we've only seen her twice, and it was like a year ago. And I'm like, Cynthia was just like, we've got to see her. What are we doing?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Has that changed your comedy at all, being a dad?
I made sure that it didn't on one level and then it did on another. I have watched comics become dads, and then they try to whitewash their past.
Right.
And start wearing sweaters and stuff, and it's just like, and then their fan base is just like, dude, I get it, you're a dad, but like, what am I watching, the Lawrence Welk show? What happened? What happened to the guy that I like? So on the other side was the overreaction to every joke that gets told now,
right?
Kind of kept me sort of level, where I was just like,
what do you mean?
Well, I mean, I just felt like I was going a little bit further in some areas than I normally would have. I would have kind of pulled back on the stick, but now I'm just looking at it like, just because there's all of these it's not even a lot of people just going, you can't say this, and you can say that, and if you say this, we're going to erase you, or whatever the hell they say.
Yeah.
It's just like,
yeah.
My favorite quote that I saw this year out of anybody was, I was watching this interview on Tarantino, and I absolutely love his new movie. I've already seen it twice.
So great.
I got to see it a third time, because there's so many jokes you miss, because you're so blown away by the cars and all the performances and stuff. But he said, he was talking about how when he was first starting making movies or somebody, people going, you can't do this, and you can't do that, you can't do this. And he was just like, wait a minute, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. And it's just like, that's why I love your movies.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't love every single aspect every time, but I just love that there's a guy going, no, I'm going to do whatever I want to do and make what I want to make. And
well, that's what's so refreshing about this special. I mean, you come out and probably the most controversial stuff is in the first 20 minutes, probably.
There is no controversy.
But I mean,
it's all just
not
gassing shit up.
Yeah, but you're talking about stuff that people are uncomfortable talking about. Forget on television, just in life. Like, people like dealing with men and women and where we're at now, and kind of sussing out all of this Me Too. And
I know, but amongst your
out.
friends, you're not uncomfortable. Amongst your friends, you're just going, dude, what was that? That one made no fucking sense. And then another one will be like, oh, that guy's a piece of shit or something like that. But that you're not allowed to ever say, yeah, that one kind of seems like bullshit. Right. Because if you say that, then that becomes, you're part of the problem, and you're like a,
right.
I don't know what, a surrogate piece of shit or something.
People, like when people are saying you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. And you just talked about all of it, but in this fun, funny way. Yeah. You just were being a comic.
And my job's to make jokes.
That's it. And that's that you come away and you're like, I almost felt like you reminded us that it's not the comedian's job to be on the right issue, or whether he believes it, or whether it's just to make us laugh. And there is a couple moments in it where you bring up a premise, the room goes quiet, and you plow through, and then everybody is bursting out laughing. And that really was like, oh, this is the point of comedy. It's not, this guy does not have to run for office. He doesn't have to be on the right issue. He just has to make us laugh.
You're not running for office?
No, this is not legislation.
Right.
These are jokes by someone who doesn't read. Okay, just everybody relax.
Yeah, people put so much on it.
I know.
Now I'm excited to be here. I am. It's very exciting to be doing stand-up outside of my own country. Yeah, no, not because of you. That's how it's become. Fucking U.S., everything's so goddamn, every fucking joke you tell. Well, what did you mean about that? I didn't go to the gym today. Are you calling me fat? I feel fucking triggered. Gotta fucking apologize to everybody. This is how screwed up my country is right now. You know Bryan Cranston, right? That dude did a movie. He played a quadriplegic, and people gave him shit. Be like, why is there an able-bodied person playing a quadriplegic? It's because it's called acting, you dumb fuck. See, if he was a quadriplegic playing a quadriplegic, that's not acting. That's just fucking laying there saying shit that someone else wrote.
You're still doing a lot of acting too, right?
You shot a big movie.
Yeah, I shot a Pete Davidson's big movie.
How did that go?
Well, I didn't get fired.
Oh, there you
go.
Who knows?
Big
I
role.
can still get cut out. You never know.
That's a big role.
It went great, and it was the first time I got to work with Judd Apatow where I had I've worked with him in a more like distant way. Like I did Pete's show Crashing because I think that comes out in June of next year. But I got to do an episode of The Mandalorian. Jon Favreau, the new Star Wars thing. I got to be in that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah. This is a sports fan meathead who doesn't watch any sci-fi.
You're going to be in Star Wars?
I was about to say. I was like, are you a Star Wars?
No, you know what this is like? This is like when Joe DeRosa met Joe Torre. Right. He goes, yeah, I met this guy the other night. He was somehow connected with the Yankees because he was still, managing. He goes,
God.
It was Joe... Tutelage.
Oh no!
I'm like Tory. He goes, yeah. Is he like a big? He makes that face. Big guy. I was like, dude, I'm gonna fucking strangle you.
I know, right?
I'm gonna strangle you. Why?
He's like, I want to go buy vintage T-shirts.
Yeah. So he already went off on me for being in Star Wars, and I told him, I go, this is your payback for meeting Joe Torre.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Gosh.
What did you do to you? What did you wear?
In what?
Star Wars.
I don't know that they are like.
That's very secretive.
Yeah, this is like how much money's in the Federal Reserve. I don't think I'm allowed to say anything.
Yeah,
so.
all that Netflix money is gonna go out the window.
If you look at the trailer, you see the back of my bald head for half a second.
Oh my god!
Oh, so you're not in a helmet.
I love it.
My head is a helmet. It would have been redundant. That's like a joke, a hat on a hat.
Oh my God, that's
man.
exciting.
You're a busy guy, Bill.
Yes, I am.
What about F is for Family?
F is for Family. We're finishing up season 4.
Holy, 4 already?
Editing that, and that should be out sometime next year.
But for you, stand-up will always be number one, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean,
without a doubt.
Well, you're very generous with comics. I was talking to Tom about how when I was early on at the Comedy Store, you were so good to me. And we'll watch sets.
Oh my God! When
and
you did
give
that,
me punchlines and stuff, and it was so cool.
When you did that bit, she's my best friend. I was like, I don't think you understand how funny you are. And she just kept booking TV shows and it was annoying. It's just like, stop fucking. They're giving you chicken feed. You're a star. Get out there on the. I tell you, wait till her hour comes out.
Yeah,
you're forgetting all about mine. I'm telling you, there's
so
nobody has a vibe. Like you're hilarious, and you got this chill, cool vibe that I loved, and then you also know how to unleash. Like some comics, when they get loud, then they just stay there too long.
Yeah,
and then it gets annoying. But like how to if you know how to use it, you can just blow them back in the seat and then bring them back down again. It's awesome.
Oh,
I love it.
I
love
it.
it.
You've always been so good to me, and it really was always much appreciated.
There we go. We sound like one of us is on our deathbed.
I
right
know.
now.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You've always been so nice to me.
What is this announcement you're going to make?
Keep my name alive, Fortune.
I brought him up at the store a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "This is one of the nicest because you're so nice to me, and I mean you're nice to everybody, but I love you so much." I'm like, he's one of the nicest guys that there is, and you come out, you're like, "Do you really have to say that? I'm about to go rant about a bunch of shit." And you're saying I'm the nicest guy.
One of the
ever.
nicest guys ever. We talk about people in wheelchairs.
But it means a lot. It does when you're a newer comic. You're coming up. It's intimidating.
Well, that's because people did that for me, and I didn't forget it. And I remembered what it meant to me. I had one. Dave Chappelle said something to me in the early 2000s. I held on to that.
Yeah.
In comedy condos and hell rooms for like the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Dave said I was funny.
Right.
Dave thinks I'm funny.
Dave thinks I'm funny.
You're that for me, honestly. I'm not saying that because you're on your deathbed. But you are when
comedy deathbed.
When I'm on the road and I'm in a green room that's basically a broom closet, I'm like, Bill said I was funny. And it does carry you through those weekends sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you're so lost in the beginning. You really don't know whether you have no confirmation of, and there's no like roadmap. So you're like, is this going to lead to anything? Am I doing this even remotely right?
Yeah.
And you don't have blinders on, like I'm just going to do what I find my own journey.
No.
You're just totally, you almost see like an owl.
Yeah.
What is that guy doing? I need to be doing what he's doing. He's like mapping out his shirt and everything and what agent he's with, and you're just ping-ponging.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe.
Is this how you stand?
Yeah, Joe Coy came in here and was like, my street team. Tom and I were like, we need a street team. Why don't we have a street team? You're like, what are we doing wrong?
But what keeps you going was what I started to learn was just like, well, I started before cell phones. You'd get in, you just drive back into Nick's Comedy Stop in Boston, and then you would find the nearest comic and tell them the story.
Yeah.
And then they would be laughing, and then, of course, try to top your story about,
Yeah.
like, and, you know, that's nothing. One time I had this happen.
Yeah.
And it just made you feel like, all right, well, I got a story to tell. And then it also made me feel like a comedian.
Yeah.
'Cause I heard the older guys, you know, telling the stories, and I was just like, I don't have any stories. I went to an open mic, and it didn't go well because it was my fault. There was no any, you know, other elements involved. So then once I started doing, you know, rooms outside and
Oh, there's nothing better than hearing about your friends who've suffered. Bill Burr special Paper
right,
Tiger
thank
is
you.
streaming on Netflix now. Go and watch it.
All right.
He also has some big tour dates coming up. Go to BillBurr.com. Look at all his dates. He's going all over Cosmopolitan in Vegas. And, of course, listen to his Monday morning podcast, one of the best podcasts out there. Bill Burr, ladies and gentlemen.
I must tell you, I've never had a problem with white people ever in my life. But full disclosure, the poor whites are my least favorites. We've gotten a lot of trouble out of them. And I've never seen so many of them up close. I looked them right in their coal-smeared faces. And to my surprise, you know what I didn't see? I didn't see one deplorable face in that group. I saw some angry faces and some determined faces, but they felt like decent folk. No, they did. In fact, I'm not even lying, and I didn't sound fucked up, but I felt sorry for them. I know the game now. I know that rich white people call poor white people trash. And the only reason I know that is because I made so much money last year, the rich whites told me they say it at a cocktail party. And I'm not with that shit. And I stood with them in line like all of us Americans are required to do in a democracy. Nobody skips the line to vote. And I listened to them. I listened to them say naive, poor white people things. Man, Donald Trump's gonna go to Washington and he's gonna fight for us. I'm standing there thinking in my mind, you dumb motherfucker. You are poor. He's fighting for me.